Good morning to you. We've been talking about what hybrid work was going to do and the reshaping of the city. The numbers are staggering. The question is, what do you do about it at a time when we were also looking at a report out of the UK this morning, I don't know if you saw, suggesting that the 4-day work week in a study that they're doing there is going to continue almost unabated. And so if this is the new universe we're living in, is there a way to shift things around to make that money back?
Well, in fact, if you look at the economy of New York City, it has grown to $880 billion, grown over 1% since 2019. So the economy of New York City is not shrinking because of new remote work. What the study doesn't make clear is what they're talking about is losses to the Manhattan Central business districts.
Right.
The city is definitely going to be less Manhattan-centric in the foreseeable future.
And so, I mean, look, a lot of folks, obviously, we built a huge infrastructure around the city to, and whether it's, laundry or restaurants or all of these sort of various services that historically workers took advantage of. And the question is, are you trying to encourage less hybrid work? I mean, is your view we should go back to a 5-day work week? Is that the answer, or is there some other kind of answer to all of this?
Well, I'm of a generation that grew up with at least a 5-day work week, so that's my comfort level. But that is not true of the new generation, and particularly for the young people that have taken their first job during the pandemic in the last 3 years. So 82% of employers today, of Manhattan office employers, 82% say that hybrid work is their future plan. Before the pandemic, that number was 6%. So we've seen a dramatic change, and that's from employers. Forget the employees. As we're seeing, employees take for granted the benefit, the fringe benefit of having flexibility of working from wherever they are.
Right. We have not seen companies en masse say, you know what, we're giving up office space. I mean, really giving up office space. I wonder 2 or 3 years from now whether we will get to that point and how that might change the dynamic, if it does at all.
Well, I think that, yes, we are seeing employers say they're going to either maintain or expand both their headcount and their office space in the city, which is a big benefit to the city, obviously. It's hard to tell. I mean, the property owners, the landlords are very worried. There's a 20% commercial vacancy rate in Midtown Manhattan, which is the highest in memory. So there is concern, what do we do with these old buildings? I have infinite confidence in the Manhattan real estate industry to figure that out and to make New York City and Manhattan will become a social center, a cultural center. There'll be lots of activity. There'll be a lot more housing, residential conversion of buildings, just like we saw in the 70s and 80s when the old industrial buildings were converted to residential lots.
Do you think that neighborhoods change? I mean, right now, by the way, you go over to Hudson Yards, and I'm sort of pointing behind me and to the left, is thriving. I mean, it is just buzzing over there. Then you go to Midtown in the middle of the day over on Park Avenue, and sometimes it's a little bleaker than you'd want it to be. Is that become a place where people start to move and start to live, for example? How do you think that this all shifts around?
Yes, I think there's going to be the smaller, older commercial buildings, the older office buildings are the ones that are experiencing lack of rent. The new buildings that have gone up that provide all sorts of amenities for employees, they're a magnet for bringing people back because they're such fun places to be. They've got coffee shops on the 23rd floor. They are really been built to accommodate this young generation.
Where are you?